Welcome to the Central Bank of Kuwait's podcast, where the objective is to raise awareness on key economic concepts and developments related to financial technology, which affects the lives of individuals and the society as a whole. I am Mariam Lumkhazim, Senior Economic Researcher at the Central Bank of Kuwait. This episode addresses a topic to which the CBK gives great care and attention, particularly recently, and that is modern FinTech, which is geared to enhancing and developing financial activities through means that include the creation of new products and services and sophisticated business models in the financial services industry. For more about this topic, with us is Jarrah Ruwayeh from CBK. To begin with, let us know, Jarrah, what are the main reasons that merit the great attention and focus on financial technology and keenness to support it?
Hello, Mariam. Thank you so much for having me. We are living in a world of rapid developments and advancement, and that is very noticeable in the area of financial technology. If you haven't noticed, when it comes to the state of Kuwait, we find that a great portion of the population enjoys a very high level of awareness when it comes to the technology field. And there is therefore a desire to use a new fintech-based products and services, where one of advantage is the ability to carry out transactions in a swift and more convenient manner, without the need to visit banks or companies' headquarters. Furthermore, modern fintech contributed to the emergence of new market players, which also nourishes the economy, creates jobs opportunities, and contributes to increasing financial inclusion and realization of the Kuwait 2035 vision. Among the key factors that fed the recent boom in financial technology and digital conversation was the spread of the COVID-19 virus and the resulting corona pandemic, which prompted most banks to speed up their current measures related to digital conversation through development of digitization strategies. When it comes to the Central Bank of Kuwait's initiatives in this regard, the limit for remote tap payment transaction was raised from 10 KD to 25 KD, and there was a halt on fees for transaction through point of sales, POSs, ATMs, and other electronic channels for a period of 6 months. Also, one more thing, the CBK also stressed that local banks should continue operation and provide all means to guarantee completion of transactions and provision of services to the public without any interruptions in the customary, swift, efficient, and secure manner. The bank stressed on provision of services through electronic channels and POSs, and simultaneously demanded banks to create new channels and tools. Within this context, Mariam, keep in mind that 110 product and digital services in the banking sector were actually approved over the past 2 years. And also in the light of CBK's keenness on advancement in the realm of digitization in the Kuwaiti banking sector, Kuwaiti banks were instructed to prepare and present strategies aimed to shaping the future in this field. That's why a team of CBK specialists had been formed to review, analyze, and give opinion and recommendations on said strategies.
Aside from response to the corona pandemic, what measures had the Central Bank of Kuwait taken to support and encourage modern fintech?
The Central Bank of Kuwait issued the General Regulatory Sandbox Framework in the year 2018, aiming to provide support to innovation and creativity among individuals and companies in the state of Kuwait, through the provision of a secure and free environment to test innovative products and services. Of course, in a parallel to this initiative, the CBK FinTech team was created and later developed into a unit that is charged to manage all aspects connected to financial technology and supporting innovations. Furthermore, Mariam, the Central Bank of Kuwait is planning to receive sandbox applications from the countries of the Gulf Cooperation Council soon to attract innovative companies to the Kuwaiti market. Another CBK initiative to support modern fintech was the creation of special unit to supervise electronic payments and settlement systems, which would be responsible for the supervision and oversight over all electronic payment businesses in the state of Kuwait. In addition, it would also be the unit responsible for regulating all company businesses operating in these areas, as per provision of Law No. 20/2014, which tasked the CBK with electronic payment supervisions and oversight.
Are there other initiatives by the Central Bank of Kuwait in this area?
Of course, there are so many, Mariam. And one example is in the field of open banking services, which enable customers to share their banking transactions data with a licensed third party. This third party would then provide services that add value to the customers, making it easier for them to manage their funds in an innovative manner. and enabling them to make appropriate decisions and carry out the transactions electronically, via sophisticated products, of course. Keep in mind, Mariam, that a working team has been created to manage this initiative, and a product, which is the first of its kind, by the way, in this area, is currently being tested in the sandbox environment. And honestly, we hope that this would yield practical outcomes for regulating this field through the issue of an appropriate regulatory framework for open banking services in general. Oh, and one more thing. In the area of Buy Now Pay Later services, BNPL, a study has been prepared on this activity and recommendations have been drafted to organize this field in compliance with the global best practices. An approval has also been granted for testing a BNPL product within the CBK sandbox environment, with the aim of coming up with a product that enables provision of such services, and the findings would help us assess and verify the efficiency of prepared draft instructions.
Can you tell us what is BNPL exactly?
Well, technically, a BNPL is where a customer purchases a product services from an electronic store on credit and pays electronically at a later point in time and in a flexible manner. And most of the time, this is possible without incurring any fees or interest on the customers. This activity gives merchants more opportunities to market their services among customers.
We have been hearing of digital banks lately. Can you tell us more about this?
Digital bank is another example of CBK seeking to support the field of financial technology. They are also a part of the evolution seen in financial services as a result of technological advancement. So, to support this development, the bank initiated several measures to draw up a framework for digital banking businesses aimed to encouraging innovation and enabling the banking sector to provide customers with a unique digital banking services under three main models. The first one is digital services provided by existing banks within their existing license. The second one, Mariam, is banking services, where an existing bank forms a partnership with a digital institution that would provide the interface and manage customer relations, copyrights, and marketing activities, while accountability for banking transactions remains with the bank. Finally comes the third model, standalone digital banks, which are created to engage in fully digital businesses in terms of transactions, services, and customer relations. The CBK has opted for this latter model for the Kuwaiti market and called for applications for approval to found such digital banks. And the application received thus far are currently being assessed. The banking sector is expected to see the debut soon of digital banks that engage in banking businesses strictly through digital channels.
This brings us to the end of our podcast. Thanks for listening. You were with Mariam Al-Mkhazim and Jarrah Ruwayh in the Central Bank of Kuwait's podcast.